Hello everyone, welcome to Proof of Concept channel. As part of POC today, we are going to see something different. We are going to see some interview questions. Many folks were asking in the comments to post some interview questions, so we thought, okay, this video for them to provide some confidence while going for an interview. So we have this UI. Here we have these interview questions. I have given this link in the description below. We started with the Java. Similarly, we are trying to post the same thing for the Python as well. So let's go to one by one now. For the problem number one, how to perform a two-sum problem. So this one, we have the target and we have a source numbers in an array. We need to find out what are all the numbers provide the targets, which means which two numbers when we add we'll be getting the target. For example, the case 1, you can see 2 7, 2 plus 7 will give us the target value 9. Similarly, for 4 and 5 will give the target 9. Likewise, we need to return what are all the source the numbers adding together giving the target value. That is our response, the output. So that's what you are seeing here, the match found, and the index is 0 and 1. For this problem, so we have the Java editor here. You can come here and then edit and then providing different user inputs and then validate. Those are all possible using this editor. So for this problem, so we have this the step 1 with all input details. We are providing this source array and then the target, and we are calling this method TwoSum. In general, no, like when you write a program for the interviews, so this approach is good. Like you have a main method and one static method, so that like you can provide the input from here and without creating of any objects you can call this static method. So for this problem we are calling this TwoSum method. In this method, if you see the step 3, we are iterating the outer loop and then in the inner loop as well. For these iterations we are using I02 nums.length -1, and this we are using j equal to I plus 1. And for the step 4, here we are doing the comparison. We are taking the nums of j equal to target minus nums of I. So this part is doing the magic. What we are doing here is, for example, the case 1, our nums of j equal to 7. 7 equal to target minus nums of I. So our target is 9 minus number of I is 2. So 7 equal to 9 minus 2 for the case 1. So which will give us the matching. So the 2 plus 7 equal to 9. Similarly, for the loop will continue for the inner loop will continue for validating everything. For the case 2, next we are taking 11 and then 15, 4, 5, likewise. So this is the line is doing the magic for this code. Let's quickly run and see. Yeah, see here we are getting 0 1. So these are all the indexes, array index. 2 and 7 will give the target 9. Similarly, 4 and 5 and then 6 and 7, those are all the indexes will give the 9. You can change any numbers if you want. And then execute this one. Yeah, that's the problem number 1. And the problem number 2 is how to concatenate an array. So which means, so you have an input 4 5 6. We are trying to append the same input again. So the output, if you see, 4 5 6 and 4 5 6, that's the output. So for this case, so the control starts from here. So here we have the number, the source number, and then we are calling this method. So in that method, first thing we are taking the length of it, because we need this length to create another array, the destination array, the result array. For that purpose, we are taking the length and then we are creating a target array, which is our result array. Then we are just iterating at source array, but when we assign the values, we are using this result of I and then result of n plus I. this part is doing the magic of this problem. So here we are trying to append both 456 and then again we are appending the 456. So our output will come like this. And then we are just returning the result value. Yeah. So we given 456 and then it's appended with the 456. Then our third problem is the word count. All these problems are easy. We started with easy, but moving forward we will try to add some complex problems as well. So the problem number 3, word count, finding the word from the sentences. So here we have a source, like we have a sentences, 3 sentences here. Based on that we need to see which sentence has more number of words, maximum number of words. For this problem we have an array of string, so each sentence has an input, and then in our method we are just doing the iteration of each sentences, and inside this iteration we are just doing the split of space and then taking the length. So this part is doing the magic here. You can see that each val dot split of double quotes and then getting the length. So this will provide the entire sentence length. Then we are thinking, so the initial max word equal to 0, so we are calculating whether it's which one is the maximum or not. That iteration is doing there, and then at the end of the loop you will get the max word as well as the sentence details. Let's run this. Yeah, so we are giving these 3 as an input. I like coding. Java is very popular language, and then we are getting that which one is bigger. So this sentence is the bigger one, so we are getting that sentence as well as the maximum words. And we are in the problem 4 now. Find out number of good pairs in an array. So this is one simple problem. So here the definition of the good pair is the numbers equal to number of I equal to number of j, and I less than j. That's the definition for the good pair. So we are providing this as a input 1 2 3 1 1 3, and we are seeing this output. So 1 and 1, so we are seeing the index here 0 and 3 and the value 1, and 0 and 4 value, and then 2 and 5 and then value is 3. These are all the good pairs we can make out of this input. Let's see our problem. So the source array, we are giving this as an input, and then we are calling a method static, the static method. Here we are doing iterations, this 2 loop iteration, and then we are just doing the comparison between these. So we are comparing the source of I equal to source of j and I less than j. That's the only single condition. Then we are printing the good pairs. Yeah, let's quickly run this. Yeah, these are all the output for this. You can change here and then see others as well. You can modify the input and then try to get the output from here as well. Then our problem number 5, check if two string arrays are equivalent or not. So here we have a word array of strings, and word 2 with array of strings. We are trying to see these two are equal or not. So to perform this node, we are converting this array of strings into a single string so that we can do the easy comparison. Just a equals method will do the magic for us. So we are providing the input str1 string array 1 and then string array 2 here, and then calling the method our static method. So in this method we are just doing the iterating of this until the length, and then just adding the value. So now if you think about this input abc xxx, so when you do this logic you will get this as a single string abcxxx. Then we are comparing that first string with the second string. The same logic we are applying here as well. Then this part we are just doing the equals. We are using the equals method and comparing the first string as well as the second string. If it's equal, we are returning true, or else we are just returning the false. So instead of comparing one by one, we are making this as a single string and then doing the comparison here. Yeah. So we are given ABC. So ABC both are equal. Maybe if I add something else, that's just returning false because it's a false one. Yeah. So we are in the problem number 6. So this one, just to reverse a number, both positive as well as the negative number. So suppose the input, if you are giving 1 to 3, we need to get 3 to 1, and minus 1 to 3, minus 3 to 1. That's the output. Let's see how the coding works for this. So we are giving this as a input to the static method. So here we are using that remainder as well as the division. So we are iterating while loop x not equal to 0, and then the pop integer pop equal to the remainder of it, and then we are taking the division. So here if you see, for example, the case 1, 1 2 3, if I do the remainder here, first time I will get a 3 and then get a 2 and then 1. That value we are going to keep it here, pop, and then the result star 10. So this will give us the entire value. So this part of the code is doing the magic for us. Result equal to result star 10 plus the pop. Then we are just checking whether this is a negative number or a positive integer. Based on that, we are appending the minus and then returning the result. So for this case, yeah, we are sending 1 2 3 4 5 6 and we are getting that 9 8 reverse value. For example, if I send 1 2 3 4, yeah, I'm getting this 4 3 2 1 value. So for the question number 7, given the number is palindrome or not. So this is a very common problem. So we know already what is palindrome. Suppose you are giving 1 to 3 1 to 1, and when you get the number again reversely also the same number, then it's considered as a palindrome. So this case, no, for example, you are giving 1 to 3 and you are getting 3 to 1, which is not a palindrome. But take for example 1 to 1, and then you are get 1 to 1, and you are, when you do the reverse, you are getting 1 to 1 again. So which means the source and the destination is the palindrome. So this is the code for that. We are giving the, we are calling this method, static method is palindrome, and inside this method the same approach. So we are just checking if the number is less than 0, then if we are returning the false, or else we are taking the remainder of it, the remainder of the number, and appending back. So we are using the reverse dot star plus appending the number here. Then at last we have the source value, that's a val, and then the final one, the reversed string, the reversed number. So we are just doing the comparison between the reverse as well as the source. If both are matched, then it's a palindrome, or else it's not a palindrome. Those are all the questions as part of the video today. Hope you are all enjoyed. This page is absolutely free. You come here and then do some changes and then try to execute your problem and see how that works. Similarly, I have given this link as part of the video here. Also, I believe that every problem has a lot of other solutions as well. If you have any other efficient solution, please post it as part of the comments. I'll try to add as part of this blog. Thank you everyone. See you all in the next video.